We had been watching church during COVID in our living room, and we were laughing about putting a TV out in our patio, thinking that we could just invite our immediate neighbors that we know that go to church to come over and watch with us.
It started really small. I mean, it was a weekend at a time. We put it outside, we invited some people. Then as, I'm gonna say maybe we got a little bit more courageous, but that's when we invited a couple more neighbors and a couple more. We started having other couples come with their kids.
Yeah.
And, Vicki took that on, and it's been amazing to see how that has grown.
Well, the kids love it because kids always love church. They love being with the other kids. They all have little prayers they say. And the children kept coming back too, even if their mom and dad didn't come.
It's been several months ago where we weren't sure why we were doing this anymore because it became a task, right? And so when things become a task, you have to look and say, okay, why are we doing this? And it really allowed us to look again and bring back that we're doing this for the community. We're doing this because we love, because we this is why we do that. That just re-energizes it. It takes the work out of it, though there's work and tasks out of it. But I think that's the battle we have every single day in what we do is, whether it's patio church, whether it's going through life, is where is our strength coming from? And once our heart's in the right spot, it becomes a little bit easier. Doesn't make it perfect, but it sure becomes easier. It's amazing when you look at all that's going on in the world, and we can try to make some differences on some big levels. If we don't have strong families and strong community, things just don't work that well. I love it because we'll be in our backyard and people will come over. And Vicki's much better at some of the relationships and that kind of stuff than I have. I've grown into this, but I can tell you, I would never give it up because these are the things that make a difference in our lives, in their lives. And life is hard growing up. I mean, with families with kids, in the older years, it doesn't really matter. There's some really hard things. And when you look at what goes on in the world now, if we can have a community that gets together and loves each other, though we are very different, I mean, we don't always get along, but I can tell you, that is what I feel that every day. And that's what I think really drives, why do we spend the time to do this? And I mean, God's got us. He says, go love on people because he loves us.